Hey, global crypto enthusiasts, this is 88 Fantastic coming to you Sunday, June 9th, 2019 with video 3 of 3 today. And if you're watching this and you've made it this far, I will thank you for putting up with me this long. I think it's the first time I've ever done 3 videos in a day. But see, as we're approaching the halfway point of the calendar year, I wanted to come out and just have some fun, like we said in video 1. And if you're just starting here, please go back to the first video where we're explaining how we're coming to these assumptions and predictions for year's end on the last day of this year, December 31st. And the research that I put into these projects is specifically where are they on the roadmap, have they completed the roadmap, who are the partners, what are they doing, are they living up to expectations, what's still to come, etc., etc., etc. And as always, open disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Always do your own homework and due diligence, and make sure you're checking that address bar before you hit the enter button. It's your responsibility to come in and look at something, not just listen to some guy yapping about something and telling you this is what's going to happen. You still should really come on and click onto something and look into it for yourself. And what do we got here today? So in this third video, I've got 15 projects that I think are still incredibly undervalued, somewhere still in their timeline, still have really good things that are either coming up in a couple of weeks from now, or something that is still coming up later this fall, maybe even early winter. That's where they're completing some things still. 1 or 2 of these ones actually still aren't within their roadmap. They still got work to do next year. Okay, so I'm also including what they still can do and what they have and haven't done as well, right? So as well as I said in the previous 2 videos, in all of these videos that I'm doing for you today, I do own 5 of the coins in each of the videos that I'm doing today. So out of these 15 I'm going to show you, I do own 5 of those. So, but like I said earlier, the amount that I own is so paltry, it's whatever, right? So here over at cryptocompare.com, again, it only takes an email to get set up over here. Here's our first video that we did earlier, where we think position-wise, not money-wise, but position-wise, what our, not including stable coins, what our top 15 will be. And then in our second video, we picked out 10 coins that we will think will finish in that 16th to 50th position, but are still so undervalued that they in my personal opinion, should still see a lot of love by the end of the year, right? So, and don't forget, this is still an early market, and a lot can happen where things, as you've seen, if you're an OG in the space, you fully understand what I'm about to say, is things can look so bleak in the cryptocurrency space, and then for a couple of hours you could see green, and it's so refreshing. And then you know it's coming, right? But like we've said in all of our videos, that's coming to an end, and I really do believe this is the last summer that we, people that have been in this space for a while, this summer will be the last that we get bludgeoned. And moving forward, like I said in one of my earlier videos, when the warm air starts to disappear and the air starts to get a little bit more crisp, I know it sounds really messed up, but that's when we're going to start to see this market really take off, and the fun is going to begin. And what I've said, that's when the real race will begin sometime in early to mid-September. So now that I've yapped long enough, we've got 15 coins. We're going to come in and punch them in. And again, these are just projects that I've personally picked. Some of them may already be ranked in that 50 through 100 spot. A lot of these can be right now in the 100, 200, all the way up to the 2000 spot, like we showed you in last video. So the first one I've got on the list, and these are in no particular order. This is just as I did homework over the last 3-4 days and just randomly wrote them down. The one thing I try to avoid, because it's still really an unknown, are the 2 areas of real estate. I did not include any real estate in this because I simply don't trust it enough to actually come out here and say I've done homework on the real estate blockchain. I think there's about a dozen of them right now, and who knows if that's even legit or not. So I did not include any of that. Also in these 15 coins, what's been the rage for one of the rages for the last couple of years has been the overall topic of healthcare. I couldn't even tell you. There's probably 100 that are competing from fucking dentistry to private data and whatever and the whole bit. I do have one in here, and it's going to be the very last one that I put in. So I try to avoid a lot of that because that's the health industry is something. Because we're in the cryptocurrency market, nothing's regulated, so it's still really the wild, wild west in cryptocurrency. So I just don't trust any of those projects except for one right now, I guess I should say. So let's get started here, and no particular order. Let's burn through these, and the first one we got for you guys is Aeon. So we'll punch that in there, and we got one. And what's today's price? Should be around 18, 19 cents. Aeon should be down here. Where'd you go, baby? Oh, did you? Oh, just about 184. So we'll go with 184. That's number one. Again, in no particular order. Again, these are just projects that I see absolutely smashing. And you know what? We'll show you one quick example of why. Because Aeon is also still working on some things. While we just quickly pause this and show you. Price performance history. Okay, so Aeon's all-time high, $11.10. You couldn't get any more close to the bottom than right now. So it's not like this is an out of space, pull it out of the bag pick, right? So again, too easy. But solid, right? I mean, it's not like a guess project. We know it's a solid bloody project. It's not a joke project. So keeping going down the list, and if anybody watched videos one and you're watching this one should be an automatic for you. And this one I highly recommend you guys. I mean, not WanChain itself, but go look at the history between Aeon, WanChain, and whatchamacallit, Icon. And then you'll understand why I still see the absolutely massive potential for WanChain. Doesn't keep getting dumped. There we go, 0.438. Add that bad boy in there. And if this is where I'm telling you to go out and look at it. Go check Icon, Aeon, WanChain, put it into a Google search like that, and just go read some articles on it. That's how you learn. Plain and simple. All right, next one on our list that we've got here. Most of you probably are not familiar with this one, so it's another one. Again, most of these ones you should really go and check into for yourself. And it's Odom. Again, out of all of these, I do own 5 out of these 15 that I'm going to show you. I wish I owned them. I wish I owned all 40 of the coins I'm showing you guys in these videos, plus probably another 30 or 40. Because again, out of the 2225 of the options, I've always said there's probably 2,000 pieces of shit. So if I had money, I probably would invest into at least 100 of these, right? So we got Odom at 231. It's not like I'm out here trying to shill them all. There was actually really probably 200 really super solid projects in the cryptocurrency space right now. So it's not like if I'm not announcing your coin on here, it's not that I think it's just a piece of shit. Maybe it's something I've actually overlooked myself. So this is me. I'm a one-man team. It's me and me alone. So we're going to keep going down our list here. And after Odom, we got another one here that you might not be familiar. The new people might not be familiar with, but OG should know this one. And that's Bancor. Check our price of Bancor out. BNT 0665. Again, I'm sorry, I'm doing this slow, but all my videos are completely unedited. It is just me. I'll be me lonesome. All right, so let's add another coin here. And after Bancor, this one got a little bit of love a couple of weeks ago, and then people seem to have forgotten about it, but I think this is also another super solid project. And that's ArcBlock. ArcBlock was one of those projects from early 2018 after the massive dumps, and then come to the nuclear bear market that we endured, actually held a lot of its value. And that's one of the things I really watched for from 2017, 2018, is when everything freaking dumped, who actually maintained some of its value? Who were the people that bought and actually held into their projects? ArcBlock was one of them. Chainlink was one of them. I do believe Ontology was the other one. And of course, Bitcoin. But those four there, I mean, people, the value actually held if you go back and look at the history of them. So after ArcBlock, okay, now we're probably, from here down, we're probably going to get into projects that even new people in the space are unfamiliar with, and even some of the OG people are unfamiliar into this space. Projects that I've kept tabs on, type of thing. So you should really check into all of these. It's up to you to go and look into them. Again, we're looking at these as year-end targeting prices, and this is IOTX. Where'd that bad boy? Put it in there. We got one here. Punch it in over here. Go get our price. Oopsie. Helps if I do it right. And we've got them at, we're going to have to go 4 digits on that one, so we'll go 0101. Add them in there. And like I said, normally we don't do stuff like this, but I think this is kind of fun to come out here. And this is where we find out if my homework and everything that I personally put into this space is correct. And that's what I've always told people. You got to go back to the early videos. Crypto Compare, I mean, over here, it's a great place to actually test yourself. If you don't ever want to put if you're too scared to put $1 in and you're just really not sure, again, with a free email, you can test just like right here, what we're doing, we're punching everything in to test if my knowledge in the space is where I think it is, and that's spot on, right? And how you test it, again, like I've always told people, you don't generalize it, you time it, you date it, and that way it's the truth. You can't come out and generalize and say, well, I said this then, and I said that then. Well, you can say whatever you want if you actually don't time it and date it. That's why it pisses me off in this space. So next, as we're approaching our halfway mark, I should stop yapping and just keep going here. We've got APL, Apollo currency. Again, fairly new. For me, 10 months, 1 year or less in this space is fairly new still. Anybody that's, say, past that 15-month mark and 2 years, and they actually survive the full brunt of the, again, we'll go 4 digits on that one, the nuclear market, and actually survived, right? Let's see, get the right price. 0017. And these are just projects where I've looked into the tech, the teams, etc., coin strength, the whole bit, and just think that these things got so much potential. And a lot of these, like say Aeon, they're already on the big exchanges. Everybody in the space already knows about these ones. A lot of these ones are still on dinky little exchanges, but it's so expensive to get onto some of the other ones that it'll just take time, right? So next up on the list, we got Fetch. Another new entry into the market. Previous videos, I've told you guys to go have a peek at this one. When its 24-hour volume is trading at 4 times X its actual market value. Heads up. I wish we could have got that the other day. I wanted to buy that so bad at 18 cents. So we got 02808, so we'll mark that in. 3 digits. That bad boy in there. I really like that one. I don't own any. I wish I did. Wish I had more money. Like I said, just so many. I wish I could actually spread out and put a couple $100 into. You just can't. You can't when you're only putting in a couple of $100 a month. So for me, you watch my older videos. I've dollar cost averaging for over a year. Here's another one you might not be familiar with. I don't even know if it's going to let me take this one. That's DTA. Oh, it lets us. Nice. Thank you. Again, probably something you're not familiar with. You might want to go check that out. Today's price, 0014. You see how you can test yourself with Crypto Compare if you don't want to put money in and you just want to check it out. Just come in and play with it. And this is where you don't cheat yourself, right? You can't punch it in and keep changing your numbers to make it look how you want it, to make it like you want to jump in and invest, right? You know, test yourself. Be careful. It's all free. It's all right here for you. All right, so after that, we have got Smart Cash. I would put a team like Smart Cash in the same category as the team over at Dash. I really like what they did, and they did something this a little while ago that where we saw 2,000 projects. Oh, and they're just getting crushed. So we got 0083, and they didn't pay their staff for a while. Like, they were literally on the verge. So a lot of respect goes out to teams like that. And to see, for me, like we talked in the last video, for me, trust and respect is where I think a lot of the big money will come in later down the road. Okay, so then after Smart, we've got a another somewhat new entry into the market, but it's been there for a couple of months now, and that's Sentinel Protocol, UPPP. Go check it out. At some point, people are going to need some security. All these new places, I'm hoping. I don't own any, but to me it looks, I've been watching this one for quite a while, so we'll just go with 030, 03. Check that. 03, you buddy. Still see a lot of potential for that. There's still so much room for additional securities in the market. Okay, we got 4 left for you guys, and who else do we got on the list? Another one that might be brand new to you guys, and that is just Hydro. Straight up Hydro. You have to be careful on these ones because there's a lot of them. It's like Bitcoin, and there are some multiple Hydro trading symbols. 0014. Another very interesting project that will be needed later down the road, so you should really go check that one out. Okay, and after Hydro, we got 3 more left here. This one too is another older project. It is battle tested and has fucking survived the market, but they're still working on things, and their goodiness still hasn't actually approached the market yet. And that's Lambda and Tau. We will go check out their prices and punch that bad boy in. Very similar to some of the other projects like we talked in our last videos. Still got a lot of really good things coming, and they've survived. Whoopsie, was that 022? Yeah, 022. And they still got lots of good things to come, so it's not like a lot of the other projects have already completed their roadmaps and they're trying to maintain right now. Like Icon, Aeon still got a, Tau's got a ways to go, and expect big things when they're done with it. All right, 2 more that are fairly brand new, and I see massive potential coming for these right here. BLOC block. Put that in there. Come back over here. Again, make sure you're coming out and checking on things. Again, right here, if you're over at CoinMarketCap, any of these other sites, everything's right here for you. Website, anything you want. It's up to you to come in. You've got all the tools at your fingertips. Don't be a lazy bugger. Come in and look. Now look I'm this complete stranger on YouTube, and I'm making my open predictions about where I think certain things are going to get. And here's a great example of it. You see this thing that's literally approaching 2 cents, 2 pennies, and its rank is at 1,850. You shouldn't be wanting to jump at the chomp at the bit at it. You should be wanting to come into its website, check out the Explorer, go through the message board. How many markets are on this? Let's just punch this price in real quick here before I start yapping, right? 019, 019, we're good to go. And that's where you should be wanting to come out and check, you know what, how many markets is this thing on? Okay, it's on OKX. That's a big exchange. So, you know, that gets a check mark there. You want to come out and check out its social. You want to come out to its website. This is where you got to come out and make yourself trust it. Don't listen to me, right? You shouldn't be listening to anybody. What you should be doing is listening to as many people that have been as accurate as possible and weigh the two out on a scale and try and come up with the best choice for you and your loved ones, right? Don't ever just come out and listen to some fucking wanker on YouTube and just buy it. So here is our last one of the day, and I don't know if it's going to show up in here, and it was the only one that I had in medical. And that's right here. And that's the Docademic MTC token. Let's go get our price on that one. Again, in the medical field, it's there's so many of them right now. I don't know what I can trust. I really don't. But again, you're going to come over here and go to its website. You're going to do its background check, and you're going to come out and look and see if you can see the same things that I see. We'll just punch that in at 009. Double check that. 009 is good enough. All right, so as soon as we update here, so there is our 15 coins that I think have the absolute potential minimally to 10x again. And if they're not already in, not just the top 100, these are the ones that I think can eventually encroach into that to that 100 spot. And some of these can even probably sneak up back into, say, that top 50, maybe top 60 range as well, right? So we'll go over the list one more time for you guys. And again, what's going to be cool about this is, again, now we have it here. It's on YouTube. We come back at the end of the year and we see, did these things get to the minimum of the 10x that I'm saying to the absolute potential of 1000x, right? And you see that with something like Aeon, right, sitting at 18 cents and could literally say, maybe not by the end of this year, but sometime in the summer, this time 1 year from now, maybe add a 0 to that, or 2 zeros, sorry. What happens if Aeon say, I know this is outrageous, $18 the fall of 2020? Like literally, there's nothing that says it can't, right? So again, always up to you to come and check it out. So our 15 picks for, I wouldn't say long shots because I actually think these are super solid projects that literally have that crack. And again, I apologize if I'm missing your coin because again, with 2,200 choices plus the amount from before, we've got Aeon, Wanchain, Odom, Bancor Network Token, ArcBlock, IOTEX, Apollo Currency, Fetch, Data DTA, we got Smart Cash, we got Sentinel Protocol UPP, Hydro, Lambda and Tau TAW, Block Cloud BLOC, and we got the Docademic MTC token. So that's all I got for you guys. I just wanted to come out and share some of my homework with you guys. And like I said, we've been calling the market pretty well since we started doing YouTube videos. So why not come out here? And this is basically my counter to everybody else's. And now we can see on December 31st or January 1st how we did. So that's all I got for you guys. Come on into the comments section. If there's anything that I missed that you think needs some love in the next couple of videos, I'll be glad to check it out for you guys. And as always, this is 88 Fantastic, showing you how to take a bite out of the cryptocurrency market. Take care, y'all.